Normally, I either dream about the melody or I hear the melody whilst I'm practicing. I quickly start to pick up my sax or my piano, put down the bass line, guitar line, drum happens, the section. I think about what is the most important thing for me to sing about when the music is playing. So, for instance, Chop and Run, I wanted to just summarize the political situation in Nigeria. And my thought at that time was, actually, nothing surprises me in Nigeria. There's no story you will tell me that I will say, like before, when we were growing up, if we heard that somebody killed somebody and ex the person, we say, cannibalism, you'll be shocked. Or somebody stole 500 billion. This person is a thief. Money you can't finish in your lifetime. Those things then will surprise us growing up. Now we have heard this story so many times. They don't shock us. They don't shock me anymore. So I had to build the story. From the burning of my father's house, the killing of my grandmother, my father's mother, the judgment. When you give it serious thought, they said the judgment was unknown soldiers. They don't know the soldiers that burnt the house. But if the government of Nigeria at that time was the government of justice, they knew the barracks the soldiers came from. They knew the commandant of the barracks. So to find those soldiers that participated in such atrocity was easy to find them. So how can you say unknown soldier? So from then, I just built the story of things that did not shock me. When animals are participating in corruption today, is what again can shock us in Nigeria. So I just built like 4 verses like this. So I was taking it tune by tune, song by song. And Shoton is on the album. Shoton was a live recording. I thought it was very important for me to have a studio recording because radios don't like really playing live music. And I thought it was a great song. Another song I recorded quite a long time ago. But the way we recorded it sounded boring, corruption and stealing. Because the way we perform it live is so lively. So I said the next time I recorded, I will re-record that song. So I put that one there. I think my people think I wrote that song in 1992, thereabout. And it never got into any of the albums because everybody was, they are better songs. Oga Doctor is another song I wrote around 92, 93. Last Movie between that period as well. But they never got into any of the recordings I was doing because people felt probably No Place for My Dream was better, or Day by Day was better, or Do Your Best was better. So, because I was really, really writing lots of songs at this time. As I said, it's my 13th album now, so you can imagine how many songs and numbers I've composed. Femi gives people great inspiration and strength. Most importantly, I think there are two very important tracks here. Journey Through Life, which I talk about family. I think I hold family values very, I think at the end of the day, all we have in this life is our families. And if you don't take care of your children, when you are old, your children won't take care of you. Mathematics is very simple. If you don't take care of your loved ones, you will die a lonely life. So the choice is yours at the end of the day. I hold my family with high esteem. My children, my elder sister, we grew up in a very family-oriented background. And my thought is, even my sax that I love will not be by my bedside. And if it's by my bedside on my death day, it will be able to hug me or kiss me. You know what I'm saying? So, family. So, and again, I was thinking, in this world, it's very important you do what you love. If you do what you love, you will not know when time has passed. I've been playing music for 4 decades now, 40 years. And time has gone so fast with all the trials and tribulations I've faced. I look back, at the beginning it was so tough. Not like it's not tough now, but at the beginning it was, they told me I would be here today. It seemed a journey far unreachable. So getting here now is because of the passion. When you are passionate about what you do, you will not know how time will just fly. So the suffering you are suffering, you overcome it easily because you are passionate. So if you want to be a doctor, for instance, you must really want to save lives. And by the time you clock 50, 60, you'll be grateful for your contribution to human, for your help towards humanity. If you are a lawyer, you are defending justice. If you are an engineer, before you know it. If you are a cook, if you even love cooking, you must be passionate about whatever you are doing. And that's the only way you will be able to go through all the trials and tribulations of your life. And if you do what you hate, you will hate your life. You hate your life. Because even you that are passionate, it's because you are passionate about what you are doing, you can go through the storm. Now imagine you don't love what you are doing. You hate your life, you hate people around you, you just be a miserable human being. So that's what Journey Through Life is. Another song is Work on Myself. When I look at the political scene globally, wow, it's very depressing. So my thought is that I can't change. I don't have the magic wand to just say, stop corruption, or stop kidnapping, or stop stealing, or give us good hospitals, or good education. When I go back to being so young, my father's life, all his political songs, my political songs, and nothing has really changed in Nigeria. A lot of things have even gotten worse. I start to think that it seems helpless and hopeless, but I still have to remain optimistic. Then I'm thinking, maybe even if somebody got into power, imagine to not be a dictator yourself. Let's even look at religion. How do you want to convince a Muslim to be Christian or a Christian to be Muslim? You are superimposing your religion on somebody else. So maybe that's not the issue in this life. Maybe the issue is we need to change. We need to look within ourselves to change ourselves. Every individual has to look inwards to make yourself a better person. Maybe if all of us try to start to make ourselves better, then maybe this life will start to improve. So I now concluded, well, since I don't have I cannot change many things. I can keep making myself better. So I'll continue my practice. I'll continue living the path of righteousness. I will work on myself. So those two tracks are very important for me because that is my state of mind at this point in time in my life.
Nothing for Nigeria, we shock me again. Politics for Nigeria, no be surprise me again. Nothing for Nigeria, we shock me again. Politics for Nigeria, no be surprise me again. injury, later give a mama. Government say now no soldier. But them be know the barracks, the soldiers from come. Them be know the commandant of the barracks. When government won't pass judgment, government say now no soldier. Hey, nothing for Nigeria, be show me again. No. Politics for Nigeria, no be surprise me again. Nothing for Nigeria, be show me again. No. Politics for Nigeria, no be surprise me again. Say them still millions of naira. Buhari when they fight corruption, give them presidential pardon. You can come General Asia, himself still millions of naira. All these millions for better Nigeria. Jonathan give a presidential pardon. Yeah, I can go on and on and on and on. Example, so low. The corruption don't turn to turn by turn. Turn by turn to job and law. 2018 on the corrupt money. Them say mortgage of 70 million naira. Finance service and tell the government. Gorilla swallow over 6 million naira. Claim government mistake job office. States next swallow 36 million naira. Animals don't join in the corruption. Waiting for short for Nigeria. I can go on and on and on and on. Example, Yapa, Osulo. The corruption don't turn to turn by turn. Turn by turn to job and roll. See who have the very magic. Them scatter like a corruption systematic. We remember say Tinubu corrupt. Then Tinubu say Tinubu corrupt. With all the problems facing Nigeria, government still sieging by themselves, budget banding, election malpractice, waiting we never hear, waiting we never see. I can go on and on and on and on. Example, so low. The corruption don't turn to turn by turn. Turn by turn to job and roll. Yeah. The album is called Journey Through Life. Tensions, want to string them. I'm not sure you can get the hard copy in Nigeria. But some days they think we don't know what we're doing. They say, see this out of fashion. That's not the irony of what we're doing. Some people just want the hard copy for posterity. Some people just want an autograph copy. You see when they're the autograph streaming before? Until they do that, we need the hard copy. I don't even know whether they do this Gen Z. They never say my house full of Gen Z children.
Every single one is very personal. Every album is very personal. They're like family. They're like my children. You know, you give birth to the album. At that time, you are excited. The album is coming out. It's your age. I remember No Cost Wala. I remember Mind Your Own Business. I remember Wonder Wonder. I remember Plenty Nonsense. I remember my first international hit, Bang Bang Bang. Wow, that album brought so much fame and fortune and everything to my life. It changed my life completely. Bang Bang Bang. Wonder Wonder was already a stepping stone because Wonder Wonder made me very famous in Nigeria. But a lot of people thought my father wrote the song. But Bang Bang Bang, people have to now give me credit for my hard work. Sorry, till today it's still being played in many of the dance halls. Many people take the rhythm of sorry to make Afro beats today. There's another song, Victim of Life. Many of those songs, Chuck Don't Die, have been sampled over the years and are still being sampled. That was Shocky Shocky album was the turning point of the music scene, even in Nigeria. It came out in '98. It completely changed everything. Nobody knew that you could use technology to enhance Afrobeat. So this was the first time this was tried in using so many effects in the studio. So that album, how can I not say it's very precious? What's it called? Fight to Win was my first Grammy nomination. You know, everybody was very excited. Blah, 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 blah. I remember Day by Day, No Place for My Dream. What's this? Africa for Africa. Africa for Africa, I recorded it in a studio my father used to record it, Decca. It's by Unilab. It doesn't exist anymore, but that was probably I think the last recording that studio did before it completely broke down. I remember working in the studio and we had to use, you know, these things ladies use for their hair, pin, to hold the knob so they will not. And the European that was me said, "What is this?" We had to hold to remake the record work. We had to be holding the knobs. You know, it was such a frustrating recording. I remember, but the album got a Grammy nomination. Was nominated, you know, so I've had a very exciting career. I've been all over the world. So because of these albums, it's taking me places. And so this one now, I wouldn't say I was listening to it today. I wouldn't say it's the most special because everyone was so special at that moment. This one is special now because a lot of people will probably be talking about it. People is going to get a lot of plays and all that. This one might even make people go back and listen to previous albums. So it's important at this time. But I would say it's my most important one.
What is my work? Let me explain my work. I wake up by 9 o'clock. I start to practice from 10 to 7 p.m. 10 a.m., 7 p.m. every day. You can't come to my area. You begin. From 10 a.m. 7 p.m. You will hear. So don't tell me about my father. He's a man we respect and we love. We built this shrine, my sister and myself, for my father. I didn't say Femi Kuti's shrine. You call it Fela's shrine. Because we built it, because we love him and respect him. So next time they are talking their rubbish, tell them to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Idiots. Mikey, I'm not vexing. I'm not even like, I said they sound like cartoon. See this band? Hard-working band. Probably the hardest working band in this country. 38 years. The positive force. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm They are telling me, you want to protest him? What's up there? the story. We reach there. When I see the people waiting there, I mean, oh, say, me and these people, like, we play the song, where our money, they carry mic from my hand, money I hear with me. But don't tell me about Jonathan, who taught to Buhari's houseboy. If he had integrity, he can't work for Buhari. Me, Femi Kuti, Adado, I walk alone. If he believed in his political party, he can't work with APC. So Buhari was saying, oh yeah, go here. Was it free? You think they didn't pay him to go there? Was his wife not wanted by the EFCC? Why did they kill the case? Like, Iyabo Obasanjo was wanted by the EFCC. Obasanjo formed EFCC, and then Lubadu was looking for his daughter. Have you forgotten the case? Where's Bankole? Where's Bankole? They sweep everything under the carpet. Now you come and tell me, you better face your problem. Femi Kuti definitely is not Nigeria's problem.
Because it is my artistic mission.
We'll take it to 2004.
My life is full of music. Everything I wake up, I still do 6 hours of practice. I find the energy every day to just keep on practicing, to make myself a better person, to make myself a better musician. You see, I think that is the goal of every human being, to make yourself a better person. And whatever you're doing in this life, you just have to keep on trying your best to make yourself. Because at the end of the day, when we live this life, this is all we have got. As evidence that you did something good in your life.
teach myself not to vex. And I told the journalists, don't mind them. They gave Fela a hard time. They used to write bad things about Fela. You only talk about Fela because the problem don't reach you. Problem here, we say go money. If we are enjoying, they will be saying, that man said, you owe too much. He too the fuck, he too like it go. He owe too much. Now even they talk that time. They no saying that here we go day 2025. Ordinary light, electricity. Abuja go Asu no get light. When president no get light, who can be the remaining of you? come get light. Think am now. Me, I no dey bother myself again. They are not telling people like me to pray for Jesus to forgive. Now me kill you. That's how we think in the shrine. My family, I don't say they don't know if kill Jesus. Even by mistake, I won't kill Jesus. What it goes us without. Maybe your families, that's why you all go to church, praying recklessly. Now you are kill your father don't kill Jesus. Now you are kill Jesus, so you are going to pray. Even Jesus Christ confused. He said, Father, Father, why have you forsaken me? Jesus got confused. You when you say your papa said you go there, you go there ask question again. No, I said they think now. Think. If they tell you something, think it. Jesus said, God, no wait. God will say, Femi, Kuti. I go first check my room, whether the high speaker for my room. Don't be stupid, it is God talking to you. I said, see, make I tell you, I don't smoke it go before. These people they think they talk to me. Which kind of God they talk to me? God they talk to me. I said, this is God. Michael, come. Madam, come and see something in the room. Don't call anybody, I'm talking to you. Then one fire will just go, whoa. Say, if not juju, hey, ancestors, Shango. I go begin call my ancestors for the room. Don't waste your time calling them.
The most important is for Africa, universal love, peace. Well, you see, we have been talking about Africa for years, but I do understand the fact that probably I know that not in my lifetime Africa cannot. The problems are just too much. Hey, but you know, as a young person, you just grow up. You are seeing your father fight. We hear of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba. We hear of so many great men, Malcolm X, my grandmother, Martin Luther King. You know, even this story inspired the song "New Place for My Dream." So many great people have died fighting for the emancipation of Africa. So I hope my music will still give young people strength to believe that that journey is not lost. We can't give hope. We can't lose hope on fighting to make Africa great. We can't. And you know, I know young people say they don't care anymore. Many people might think like this. But you see, this is your house, and this is your neighbor's house. You leave your house to make your neighbor's house get better. Don't complain when your own house is filled. These countries that you are going to, they fought wars. They are still fighting. Go to American Parliament. They are still like, don't see the Democrats and Republicans. They are always fighting. Go to Europe. They are still fighting to make their lives better. So they did not arrive there without fighting for a better life. I'm not saying we should go to war. I'm saying life is a struggle. So if we abandon our problem, who will solve the problem for us? So young people can make the difference because they have the energy. They have the strength to make things work. Europe went through, don't let's go too far back in history. We went through the First World War, Second, millions of people were killed. They are even still fighting war. Look at Russia and Ukraine. Yeah. They can even fight another war tomorrow just because whatever their business are. And then you don't want to defend your land that has gold, diamonds, Qatar, and all the mineral resources. Africa has everything. Our weather. Imagine there was a railway line from Lagos to Johannesburg. Imagine the jobs that would be created. Each stop, going through Cameroon, Malabo, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Zambia. You see, the African leaders have let us down, but they will never be there forever. Even me, God, that I'm talking, I will live this life one day. So imagine if I was a terrible father and I don't want my son to grow, and I'm a dictator in my house. So don't let's go to problem. Let's even look at ourselves individually. You are a nasty parent. You know, the prayer of your children will just be, this man should just die quick. You know? Yeah, so Parents, government is like a parent. You have to make it work for your children. So when you live this life, you go with their blessings as well. And the youth cannot lose hope. And when we live this life, I hope they too will do the same for their children to make it better for the future. So our culture and tradition tells us that our parents must always make it better. We have to be greater than our parents. I want to just stand by. So when people now say, you can't be better than your father, you can't be better than your father, they make me laugh. Because you are an African telling me I can't be better than. So is it my father's wish that I should not be better than him? Now, if I'm not better than my father, that means my father has failed. You understand? You see the mathematics. It's very simple. Though. It's very simple mathematics. If Made, my son, does not live this life, I don't leave Made in a better position, better than me. Me as a father, I failed. That is my thinking. I'm not judging my father. Just say. So if you are a Fela fan and you are saying things like that to me, and they have said this to me all my life, but I start to think, do you truly love Fela? Do you truly want the best for Fela? Or are you envious of this man? Because first, we are not boxers, so what is the competition? You should just love legacy. Wow, the boy tried though, and you don't even go to school. But here in music, you know, understand? Without all the tools, I try to make something out of my life. Then you will just go, you see, and they still come to my Facebook and my social media. So I'm just trying to make you, the way I see them, if they knew how I see them, they look like failures themselves, because I'm only trying to let you understand my thoughts. They are so unimportant. Their view on my life, they are insignificant. Please get what I'm saying. Because whether you like it or not, if you look at my life, I have tried the thing that happened. I've been where my leg has. I don't even know where I've been again. I can't account for my life. I mean, of every day. If you ask me what I was doing January 20th, January 21st, maybe January 1st, because all of us know what we did January 1st. If you ask me what I did February 20th, if I didn't write it down somewhere. So we are not God. How can you know? So how do you judge somebody trying to make something out of his or her life? And it's an African, maybe it's a human thing. I don't think it's even African. Human beings always trying to put each other down, instead of just encouraging ourselves to try to make the best life for ourselves. So you see these people, they have, I think when they have problems in their homes or they are not happy people, that's when you go to other people's pages. Because if you are busy and you have a life to live, you cannot be going to other people's. It's like I'm walking down the road and you just come and jam me for no reason. You know that the slap you will get that day. Yourself, your head, I will reboot you. But because you know where you are, it's impossible. You're sounding like a foolish human being. For those people that always come out and talk rubbish, as if it's your father that made social media. Say, what have you contributed? So somebody did Facebook or Instagram, then you took your life, you just go and be insulting people there. Does that make sense? No, really. I'm trying to do 6 hours of practice every day. Can you imagine now? You will now see Femi and Goldmynetv I'm just saying, go to anybody's page and start saying, you are so ugly. That means you will look at me and say, this man is so irresponsible. What? So, really, that is the landmark for anybody. If you don't like my music, go your way now. Must you even come and say you don't like the music? Just go your way. Go to where the music you like. If I don't like your music, have you ever heard me tell anybody I don't like their music? You think I don't like their music? Is every music I like? Okay. But it's true now. But I will not go and start saying I don't like this music. especially in public. I will just keep it to myself. My own job is to be best I can possibly in my life. To strive. Every human being has to strive to be the best you can in this life. And that's the only way you can find contentment and peace and love within yourself and your surroundings.
Soldiers from home, they may not the commandant of the barracks. When government won't pass judgment, government say now I'm no soldier. Nothing for Nigeria, fish show me again. Politics for Nigeria, fish surprise me again. Nothing for Nigeria, fish show me again. Politics for Nigeria, fish surprise me again. Jonathan, give a presidential pardon. I can go on and on and on and on. Examples you know. The corruption don't turn to turn by turn. Turn by turn to jump out. 2018 not for the money. Them say working jobs 70 million naira. Finance service 10 kind of government. Going last from the over 6 million naira. Claim for Benue State Jam office. Sales sticks for the 36 million naira. Animals don't join the corruption. Waiting for short people. I can go on and on and on and on. Example, Yakma, Osulo. The corruption now turn to turn by turn. Turn by turn to turn by them scatter the corruption system. You think Ribadu say Tinubu corrupt, the Ribadu say Tinubu corrupt. With all the problems facing Nigeria, government still see cheat like themselves, budget bad in election and practice. Waiting whenever they are waiting for better. I can go on and on and on and on. Example so long. The corruption don't turn to turn by They really disturbed my life today. I had interviews of one interview. And I know they talk too much. I can't take this opportunity to yam everybody yam. Those people when they yam say I don't just abuse them anyway. Those when they tell me say, you don't abuse them anyway. I abuse them. And when they say they will be stupid again to abuse me. But they don't understand, now me get the last say. Because I will always be giving you good music. Like, on and on and on and on. I can go on and on and on and on. I can go on and on and on and on. I can go on and on and on and on. They need to think. 13 albums. Before many of them were born. Nearly 150 compositions. Not your composition where they hear for radio. Written, composed by Femi and Kuti himself. Now they pain them when they want lie with Tony Allen. Because Europeans can't think. A black man from Nigeria write all that music by himself. You see all those big bands you see, then they call Akuwojo. They carry on themselves. They just go say, here, I got this bass like the drum is so the guitar say, all of them will put like many group. If Fela they write music, say you get idea. How? Go and ask your fathers that know Fela. When Fela is even talking, you want to, what are you? You can't even make noise. His aura, his charisma. They want to hear them. Because Fela, I want you to do that. How? And they thought him no. Thought he should listen. Don't do music here. The person when they don't beat, breaking head, they sing the music. Come back, say, okay, give me Papa do. You call the night saying that you content and say, make you play Papa do. You when you dey wrong, when you see police you dey wrong, how you dey do revolutionary music? No, do you know the drum pattern is warrior? Person when they go home, now they write Fela music. Fela was at war. Now Fela talk say music is a weapon of the future. Because Fela no fit carry gun, you no fit kill. Now I can't think, say, know what I want to do? My music is my arsenal. My music is my weapon. My bass is my what's that one that is carry like this? Bazooka. My rhythm guitar is my machine gun. Uzi. My horse is my cavalry. When the tank they come. So you see how Fela was writing his music. It was in the war front. They won. You see, they won't make me to the abuse to their land. I don't care. Who no go die? Who no go die? Fela no die. My mama don't die. Even my junior sister don't die. You know what? Me go, I'm quarter to die. At 63 this year, how many more years God will give me? You just say I want another 60 years. I'm going to beg God. I don't tell you the story, please, so don't give me more than my time.
The album is already out now. It came out on the 25th. It's on all streaming platforms. Journey Through Life, you can find it on AudioMark, everywhere, on Apple Music. Today is just the party launch, so to say. Just because I think we're going to stream it live on my Instagram page. Probably play some of the songs tonight on my Instagram page. So we are just making noise, so to say. If we don't make noise, we have to make noise. Yay!
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmynetv and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.